You can't be afraid of being murdered. Okay, you can't be afraid of being murdered. Okay, if people are going to murder you, they're going to murder you. Okay, and then the big thing is, I don't want to be tortured. Nobody in their right mind does. Okay, nobody in their right mind wants to be murdered, and nobody in their right mind wants to be tortured. Okay, and people that invent the conditions for torture and murder are clinically insane. They're absolute just a travesty of justice, right? They're anti-proverbs, right? And I'm sitting here connecting to things. I put more things into the college stuff involving banking and other things, and I only do public universities. I don't do private. And I tried to get myself in every state and at the lower tier of the college stuff from 2013, because 2013, January 22nd, was the year that I performed what was necessary for us to accept the apocalypse through the documentation of religion and have everybody, share it worldwide. And the corporations that are called religions, of course, are the ones that scientifically put all the components together to have us where we are now. And so they see themselves as the control group. They're crazy. And you've got to understand, I was connecting to a brother-in-law, Monty, through the banking system. And we're only as good as our capacity to be truthful and reject lie. That's it, period. Okay. We're sitting here connecting the souls is infinite glory through our eternal connection through life, right? So I'm sitting here and I make Monty nervous, so I've always kind of avoided them. And then I thought, well, no, they have a hard time and it gets rough. And so I'm going to put everybody I can in and connect to them in every spot. And I get there and I had to go through twice because this place is shitty. I live in this shittiest, fuckiest, goddamn, shitty, fucky, goddamn, fucking place in the whole shitty, fucky, goddamn world. Marianne's ghost compels you. I'm just being silly. But no, these people are horrid. Okay. They'll try everything to make you, this is happening, that's happening. They've done that to me a lot with this connection to the technology, the MP3 player, and then I would get later when I tell people, and they would sit there and say, oh, we were talking about moving to El Paso today, and then they sent me real estate ads. It must be the Lord telling me something. Don't. Don't you think the California psychics would have warned Dionne Warwick back in the 80s not to have marijuana in her luggage at the airport? Don't. You're so bad. But it's obvious, guys, we are only as good as our capacity to accept truth and reject lie. All right? You go, this is fake news. Okay, what's the good news? The Lord's Prayer is perfect. The Roman Empire is batshit crazy. You cannot get a bunch of assholes that, lie to themselves and then lie to others and get other people to accept lie. And say, this man can be God if he wants to. If we want to go kill everybody, get rocks, put our faces on it, and say it's more valuable than food and water and children and sea and moon and life. Yeah, here's the number. Here's your social security number, right? And so, fake news. Isn't it all fake news, really? It's all Rod Sterling's imagination. You damned her, you damn you all to hell, you blew it all up, right? It's a statue given to us by the French so they could clean out all their prisons and jails and send them to us because they didn't want to pay money to feed them. And their children seemed to engage in criminal activity just like their parents. Give us your poor, your huddled masses. Ellis Island, open up. So here come the Italians, and where's the, and a man named Al Capone tried to make that count his own. So he called his gang to law against the force. And in the United States, they needed cheap labor that could assimilate to the system rapidly. And it was a similar system. We are only as good as our capacity to accept truth and reject lie. Science slumber parties. Thanks, Principal Mazer, right? Do you guys understand? Because I'm the focal point of fixing technological problems so we can use the technological to share the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer, understand the beauty of the faith of Psalms, and sustain it with the wisdom of Proverbs. Humility. Hooray! Right? So, thanks, Monty. Thanks, Kathy. Love you guys. I'm tired. Well, I got another one. I got to do Pullman again. We're gonna have Mitch go to Pullman. Their daughter's going to Bowling Green, Kentucky. She's a sweetheart. I got Angie. Angie, you're beautiful, don't you? Angie in San Jose. Do you know the way to say? I was gonna put Corey in San Jose because Corey got Hawaii. I don't know if Angie would like living in Hawaii. She might like being close to land, so she'd go back and visit her family in Kankakee, or So you know what I'm saying? I got people all over the map. Yeah. Isaacs and Laramie. Melissa and Killian are in Fort Collins. Fort Buns, as Keith Jackson would say. I got people all over the place. I got Alan Gibson in Buffalo, New York. Well, everybody's going to win the lottery, Bruce Almighty. Ass-swelling monkeys. Figured he could handle it. Got buffalo wings on his mind. But so, I just threw people around here. We're going to go here. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. You're going here. So I just moved people all around. And we're going to set this all up. Then we're going to do our 2-a-days. We're focus on our exercise. I got to get my technology in order before I can start getting my exercise in order and my sleep in order. Yeah. I got to put all my irons in the fire and do all this stuff, and I sand paint, then I read it. No, I'm getting real serious about, focusing on different parts of the country to connect to people in institutions of higher learning that are supposed to do it in a secular manner, where we don't accept mythology as religion and mass murder as tradition. Okay? So no private universities to maintain the status quo through economic conflict. Only public universities, where people are supposed to, come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. We're in Jonesboro. Okay. And then, no, I didn't go to the Rock. I was thinking about Hattiesburg, but instead of Hattiesburg, I think I took Bowling Green. What was the other one that we did? Oh, we did Jonesboro. I was going to do Hattiesburg because they're lower in points and stuff like that, but I took Bowling Green instead. Yeah, Hilltoppers. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Don't talk to strangers. Don't ask me why. I just did. Listen, whistle stop. You will understand. Boop-a-dee-da, boop-a-doo-doo. I can't tell you why. I didn't have anybody in Kentucky. I didn't have anybody in Mississippi. I don't have anybody in Mississippi right now, but I do have Kentucky. Why'd you choose Kentucky over Mississippi? I don't know. You tell me. You're the computer programmers. I got 2 in Alabama. Yeah, I got 1 in Florida. I put Maria Barnes in Fort Lauderdale. Why Fort Lauderdale? Because in that year they had grass on this stadium and not artificial turf, and I like grass. Okay. That's why. And I like the fake palm trees. And the red jerseys. And the blue pants. Well, they both have blue pants. I do the Panthers, and the Panthers are 4 points higher. But you took the other one. I understand that. There is no rhyme. You wonder where we're going. What's the rhyme and what's the reason? I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear. I'm just going to places unseen. Yeah. Well, I went to, who did I put? Oh, Punchy. Put Punchy in North Texas 40. Well, because Patrick's real close to Mira, and Patrick's real close to Punchy. So that's where I put Punchy with the Eagles. Well, we got windmills that provide power to the lights and the showers and the hot water heaters there. Economics is still real. The lies we tell ourselves to survive the lies we believe. Right? Do you really believe them? I don't think you do. I think you only tell them to yourself to make yourself feel better. Because you're afraid of dying. Because you're afraid the liars will murder you and turn you into a comic book character. You can survive it. Ben Dilla done that. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Don't worry about it. Okay. Have faith and jump. It's hard. I try to explain this stuff to my dad, but he's so old school. Okay. That if I talk this way, he looks at me like I'm crazy. Don't joke about that. It's like, Dad, I've seen you laugh about jokes about people killing Nancy Pelosi because you don't like her. Okay. Isn't that probably worse than me telling people to have faith and not be afraid of being murdered by people that will kill you over money? Than saying, hey, let's kill people over money because I like other people that kill people over money than that person who kills people over money. You know what I'm saying? Crazy white, let's not act like crazy white bitches. Nancy Pelosi is probably a lot like Richard Pryor's wife. She only stayed with him because he had money. Right? But money ain't real. We know. We're only as good as our capacity, okay, to be truthful and reject lie, right? How Stalag 13 of us, how Auschwitz of us, how Tularosa of us, how Nagasaki and Hiroshima of us. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. I'm working on it, Jesus. I forgave them a long time. I forgave them before I was born. Thanks to you, Jesus. Love you too. Bok bok. Thanks, Easter Bunny. Right? He has a good sense of humor. He really does. Yeah. If it wasn't for Jesus. If it wasn't, I told him that in Sierra Vista when we talked. I said, I got him in Gethsemane. I said, no, you have to. So, what do you mean I have to? I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not I'm strong, I'm truthful, I'm innocent, I'm kind, I'm protecting. Why do I have to be murdered by a bunch of liars? You're the only light out of hell that I have to talk to all the others that are lights that don't accept hell. Okay, if I didn't have you, I probably wouldn't have Krishnamurti or Suzuki or Sun Yat-sen, right? Because they're all asking you questions and talking to you because you're Jesus, and then okay, and then they're all focusing. We got to help this little guy named Earl in the 20th and 21st century. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, love you guys. Okay, so I'm never alone. I'm not a cowboy. Because they never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. I'm never alone. I never have been. I've always, my parents directed me to talk to the best people in prayer to help you through all your difficult situations. And if your life story happens to be the source of the book of Revelation, they talk to you. Jerry Falwell? No, they ain't talking to Jerry Falwell. They ain't talking to Earl Roberts. They're full of shit, man. Okay. Thomas is full of shit. Make love, not war, as he pretended to take the rifle butt and beat the shit out of the National Guardsmen in front of him. He got 2 years in Walla Walla for being an Indian in the 20th century. Arnold Joseph. Okay, guys. Thomas is full of shit. That's a good example of the oral tradition. John Wayne's teeth, hey ya, John Wayne's teeth. Are they plastic? Are they steel? Are they false? Are they real? John Wayne's teeth, hey ya. Mine are all real. 2 rotted out from chemical poisoning from your taxpayer dollars, and 1 has a crack in it that I probably should go in, and I'll probably go in sometime this week or next week and get a dental appointment set up and sit there and say, okay, please don't let anybody at the office try to do anything to try to steal my identity to make money off of credit scams, because I have no credit. If it weren't for bad credit, I'd have no credit at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Yeah, I always laugh. They stole my identity. They could only improve my credit. My credit score has gone up to 625. Okay, you're funny. Thanks, Rocket Money. Rocket Mortgage, or I don't know. I'm confused. I think I'm Jennifer Lopez in Las Vegas. Oh, shit, you're funny. I know. Oh, I'm not picking on Jennifer Lopez. I kind of like Jennifer Lopez. Yeah. When I've connected to her in prayer or program through NASA, I was like, yeah, she's pretty cool. No, guys, I'm certain there's a connection there because they couldn't have the program, and stuff. And she's different in private than she is in public. She really is. Max and Emmy, no, but they're about the same in public because they are in private. No, just, those kids are like, yeah, no, they're like an open book almost. They're cool. I like them. Um, if you hear him talk when I go to watch him, it's okay, yeah, that's Mark. Chris Perez. He has different personas, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, and I like his, but it's in the movie, and I believe that part when she sits there and he's real funny. He hardly even talks. No, Mom, he's really funny. No, he is really funny. No, he has a good sense of humor. Don't you know a lot of people like that are really shy around everybody else, and then when they get around the people that they're comfortable with, you're like, damn, dude, there's a personality under all that hair, right? It's like, damn, cousin Ed, it's just being funny, but no, it's fun, man. It's faithful eternal prayer can be fun. It's actually more fun than it is painful. The only parts that's painful is everybody, sitting there, you ask them, when are we going to live the Lord's Prayer? And you're going to tell us, shutting up. And because when you talk to people that think Jesus is an omniscient God from the Catholic Church Store Corporation, okay, crimes of opportunity invented for you, called creation. Start painting, right? And so it's true. It's for that. Yeah, we're only as good as our capacity to be truthful and reject lie. Ding ding. Okay, say the magic word. Win $100. Okay, so you don't get it, Groucho Marx. It's on Aladdin with Robin Williams. Oh, for crying out loud! We got a really big show tonight. That's Ed Sullivan. Okay, this is the South African. He called her a South African. He did say she was South African. She's not from South Africa. She's from Mozambique. She was just singing a South African song. I did not know that. I always thought she was South African too. Then I went and looked her up online. No, they call her Mother Africa. She's from Mozambique, but she sings all kinds of different songs. Malaika is not a South African song. Umbe is. Yeah, I can't sing it. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's one of the most beautiful songs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's really gorgeous. Go listen to it. Lion Sleeps Tonight. Just put in Lion Sleeps Tonight, Miriam Makeba, and it'll come up. It's Umbe. MB. It's, I don't know how, it's hard to say, but it's neat. Just listen. Yeah. There's a lot of, it's in clicks and in South African dialect, and in the song is neat, and so you'll enjoy it. It's not bad. It's not objectionable at all. It's not like Bobby Blue Band doing hawk loogies, and that drives me crazy and shit. I'd be acting like Tommy Davidson's niece with Al Jarreau. Why he be doing that? Be giving me an attitude, but just don't look, just listen. We're in this love together. Oh, he got a good voice. Yes, he does. Got the kind that'll last forever. And after all, that's a good one. That's one of mine and Steffi's favorites. Yeah, morning, Mr. Radio. Excuse me if I sing. My fart has found its wings. Maybe I had a Red Bull. It's funny. Okay, maybe not. Okay. On the other hand, Earl. But yeah, no, I'm trying to keep a good positive attitude for all the people that are going through hell right now and having to survive it with me, that I'm aware of, that I know of, that don't know how to, it's hard. It's hard to Like my boy Tony back at Mesa Community College, when I was talking to him about religion. He says, "You sound like my Buddhist professor, and I don't want that. I don't want to question my religion. I'm comfortable with my religion." It's like if you question your religion, how can you be comfortable with it? Right? Never questioned my religion at all. Okay. No, the groups that I was quote unquote a part of because of financial forgotten words and funds and ink stains that are driving us on sun wine and I got a membership card. No, I would question them. No, that don't make no sense. 2 and 2 is 4. Life's eternal. Grace is infinite. I'm an excellent driver. 20 minutes to Wagner. Let's go to the Baywatch. But no, it's like, Charlie Babbitt made a joke. No, so, but, yeah, no, I've never questioned my religion. Okay. My communication with people that helped, me be religious, understand religion, understand God, understand life, understand meaning. I've never questioned my devotion to being a faithful, truthful, loving, religious person, right? When you get a corporation that's full of shit and never has enough money, just like George Carlin said, God, all powerful, almighty, really bad with money, always needs money, right? Obviously, they don't know what the word means. Well, it says in Genesis, God's omniscient, omnipotent, the essence of all creation, right? Okay, and money, being a human invention that evil people use to get stupid people to try to be successful at being evil, is what? Insane! Crazy Eddie, prices are insane. Hey, what's the problem? The price, there you go. Okay, so don't pay that price. Accept truth, reject lie. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Share, care, given to course, built to last. Why? Because life is eternal, grace is infinite. Holy covenants, Batman, there you go, right? Justice League! Dun, dun, dun. That's the Super Friends. Oh, sorry, what's the music for the Justice League? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm tired. It's weird because they have the Justice League cartoons on for free on Tubi and all that, and they're better than the Super Friends. And they asked for a lot of money to watch the Super Friends, and the Super Friends were fun, but they really weren't that good. The storylines were kind of like, the mad inventor is going to pollute the earth until Aquaman calls 4 whales and an octopus and a giant squid. Now Wendy, Marvin, and Underdog are with Professor Doubleopicus. Okay. They're not bad. They're not good either. No, and Godzuki, the Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition. Right? What are you doing? Paying money to watch this? Isn't time money? Yes. Are you ever going to get that back? No, but I believe money's real, so I'm insane. It's okay. Crazy Eddie, right? There you go. I'm accountable to this? Yes, you are, accountant. Launder that money. Money's not real. Why are we washing it? You don't really wash it. It's just called laundering money. Look, we are only as good as our capacity to be truthful and to reject lie, right? Right? I am the way, the truth, and life. I am the light in the way. Okay. Turn on the light. Wow, there you go. Boom. Get out of hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100. Don't go to jail. Don't get a jail-free card. You're no longer in jail. No more debtor's prison. Hey, I remember that parable in the Bible. Me too. I have $10,000 debt. I understand. These people, these Romans are wackadoodles. It's forgiven. Walks outside. You owe me $100. Bam. Back to jail. I have to pay if I'm going to pay the Romans, I'm going to make sure that take it out of your ass. I told you to live the way of the Hebrews, you moron. That's what Jesus was saying. He was saying, in your town, live like a Hebrew. Guys, what Muhammad did every time he went into a town that was close to occupation of the Romans was say, get all your money, give us all your money. And they would put it in a building, okay? And no one would fuck with or deal with or mess with the money. And every time the Romans came up, we need this much taxes. Oh, darn, that's going to hurt, but okay, we'll see if we can scrape it up and give it to them. Right? You don't sit there and eagerly go, maybe they got more. So you sit there and you barter a little bit, We barter? Tell us a story. Arnold Joseph. Okay, do you understand? So Thomas is full of shit. So he just, basically, play the game. And then when they leave, here comes it's Hurricane ex-wife, and she's got her money. She gone. Everything down the hatches. Everything's okay, good. Now we're good because we ain't asking for money. We ain't charging money, right? And so when you live, you can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. Okay. Because back then, now they can sit there and come back with surveillance equipment. They're not charging money to live there. They're not abusing each other with drugs. They're not giving people electroshock therapy, except money is reality. We need to come in and shut these MFers down. Let's build some ice centers. Okay. Let's build data centers. Let's use all the water and kill them, They're nuts, man. I didn't know they were that fucking crazy. Guys, I'm sane. I don't know how crazy the people are that I'm dealing with. Jesus told me that I could be as stupid and selfish as you possibly can. Keep going. Jesus, you can't do that. They're trying. Okay, Jesus. Earl, you're going to have to be patient, Jesus gets real mad. He's the passionate one. Muhammad's the one that came in and said, you do this. You got it. I'm like, thanks. Because we're going to have a lot of fun once, And then when we're living the Lord's Prayer, I'm going to tell Jesus and Muhammad. It happened. We're doing it. Saying, I'm sitting here right here. I'm at the Obama Museum for the Presidency in Chicago, watching it on plasma TV. It's a joking. It's in the museum. It's his first plasma TV. He had it in his apartment. That's all he had in the apartment. Yeah, we slept one of us slept on the rug, the other in the bathtub. And no, I'm just kidding, but just being facetious. You know me. I have. After this, I'm going to go for a condo. We're going to drop the top on his car and put some Miles Davis on and go cruising down Lakeshore Drive. It is a Tesla. Okay, thank you. We're going to have to not try to drive too fast. Well, tire particles. Tire particles cause heart disease. Okay, so, cruising on the thing. I used to do that kind of crazy shit too. Looking for nub in all the wrong places, right? But I park every car to save heart disease and birth defects from killing kiddos. Because everybody in their right mind knows how much Earl loves babies. Okay. We are only as good as our capacity, okay, to accept truth and reject lie, right? Hallelujah, brother. Food around the corner. Right? Okay, guys, I'm going to load this one up. I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow. You talk, I'll listen. If you don't listen, that's okay. I'm fixing your technology, and your taxpayer dollars are no good here. Okay, guys, I love you. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, peace out.